Okay, guys, here we already have a data set that we've been working with, and this is in Microsoft Excel. And in this module, we're going to talk about how to compute summary statistics. Now, summary statistics are useful to kind of give your audience a feel for what are the key characteristics of your sample. Now, you'll see for this data set, we've set it up just like we wanted to. We've got variables that are listed here in the top row, and every row is going to be one person's response. So we have 10 people in this sample size. We've measured sex, we've measured their age, we've measured levels of extroversion, anxiety, and empathy. So the first thing I want to do is to be able to summarize each one of these things. Now, I'm not going to compute a mean for sex because that's a categorical variable, so the mean really doesn't make any sense. It's nominal. However, for these four, we are going to do that. So the first thing I'm interested in is the average age. Now, most things with Excel, we end up going to our magic button. But first, let me highlight that cell, because that's where I want my mean to be. That's where I want my average to be computed. So I'm going to highlight that cell. I'm going to go up here to the sigma button, and I'm going to hit average. Now, it just happens to already be loaded in that button. So you can see Excel kind of figured out there's a row of numbers here, and that's the nearest row of numbers, column of numbers. So I'm going to hit enter, and so that right there is my average, 21.5. Now if I go up to the function bar up here, the formula bar, and I click on it, Excel actually highlights the numbers that have gone into that statistic. So in other words, I know exactly that these 10 cases have helped me compute my average. Now, one of the nice things about Excel is that I don't have to go through that set of steps for every column, because I know that I want to get the average from this column, and that column. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit Control C. And you see, Control C means I've copied this cell, and I've copied that formula inside that cell. And so if I paste that formula like such, I'm going to hit Control V. Now I've pasted that same formula into those cells right there. Now, for instance, you'll notice now I have the average, but it's not for column C, now it's for column D because I moved it over. And you can see that this is the average for this column as well. And I have the average, you'll notice, for column E up here. And then this cell is the average of column F. And when I control and copy and paste things, it makes it easy to move that average. So I don't have to compute the average, I can just copy that.